Good greetings, I'm Rusty Dog and welcome back to my garage. Yes, I once again have picked up the tool bag, the spanners and the dirty cloths, and we're going to get stuck into this, which is a 1958 Plymouth Fury, which has got lots of holes all over it and stuff. And it is also the car from the movie Christine. So we're going to try and make it look like, well, I'm going to try and make it look like the car from the movie Christine. Now, Christine, as some of you might know, is a Stephen King novel that was turned into a movie. And I'm just trying to now pop into my browser. And we're going to have a look at the car in case some of you need a reminder. So, this is the car. This is Christine. Nice looking car for a 1958 motor. I mean, look at that. That looks sweet. Imagine that in 1958, what that must have looked like back then. Wow. Sweet, sweet car. Very nice. The big fins at the back. Fins were all the rage back then. The bigger the fins. It was like there was a big rear fin competition, I think, back then. I like the little touches, like the chrome. I don't know what the hell these are supposed to be. It certainly doesn't do anything but aerodynamics. But it's a nice little touch. Plenty of chrome, as you'd expect from that era as well. But yeah, I like the blood red color with the nice stripe. But I will say one thing. I'm just going to be truthful, guys. I don't know what it's like today. Maybe it's improved, but when it comes to American cars, American-built cars, the panel gaps and the panel fittings are not quite spot on as you would find in Europe. Okay, I've said it, okay? Look at this door. Look at round the door here. Look at how off that is. And even like in more modern American cars, the interiors are, the plastics in the interiors always seem to be quite cheap looking. I don't know what it is, but when it comes to doing like a muscle car or a car that looks just like every way classical like this does, there's a lot of good ones you can find in the States. I'm telling you, you've got the 67 Mustang, you got the Challenger, the Charger from the 1969-70 range, and just some beautiful looking cars. And yeah, look at these back fins. But, if you look close at the cars, panel gaps, stuff like that. I tell you what I always have liked in American cars, though, just to offset my rant, not rant, but my whinge about the panel gaps. That's not a real car, that's a render. I know that because the panel gaps are straight. I'm joking. What I've always liked in some cars in the States of this era was the fact that they had a bench seat in the front. How cool is that? Because the gear shift, if or the gear lever was on the steering column, so you could have a bench seat in the front, and it was cool. It was just, yeah, you could sit another couple of people alongside you. I always liked that. I always thought that was good. I don't know if there's any European cars that ever had that, but yeah, I do like that. It's kind of cool looking. So, okay, enough about panel gaps and stuff like that. It's not a rant, but it is true, guys. I mean, you see gaps that just, like, for example, oh God, why am I even starting about this now? So you might see something like the top of the door, you'll have a certain measurement, then you get down to the bottom, it'll be wider, or here it'll be narrower, and then, over here it'll be wider, that kind of stuff. But hey, who cares, right? I mean, it looks good. The car looks amazing anyway. So yeah, some great cars come out of America. Shelby, Cobra, the AC Cobra. I mean, whew, Wow, what a car that was. Carroll Shelby, man, was the man, wasn't he? Right, I suppose we better get back into the game and start building a Christine. So I'm just going to hold on a sec, guys. I just need to go. I'm still in my browser at the moment. There we go. Okay. So I'll make sure I get my panel gaps. I'm not saying anything. They're good cars. They're good cars. Right. So what we're going to do on this one is take all the bits out. Take all the bits out that we can in the front, and God, I wonder if there's actually an exhaust section that goes on the front there. Take the radiator out while we can. Anything else we can take out while we're here? Well, I don't know if there must be a fuel tank, but there's certainly not one here. Unless it's there. Is that it? Yes, there it is. Okay, we've got to get up. All right, so we'll bring the car up. I'm just going to strip the car down. Wrong way. I want to have buttons on both sides now. Ooh. All right, up you go a bit more. Right, let's get this thing stripped. Take the wheels off. Don't worry, I won't make you sit through the rest. We'll put some nice, comforting, relaxing music on as I strip down the rest of the car. Won't take me long, I don't think. There's only a few bits on. You've got your old-fashioned leaf spring suspension on these things. There you go. What am I after here? Fuel tank. Let's just get that off. Okay. I just want to take off the front wheels, and then the rest I will do over a time-lapse period. There you go. Just twiddle me nuts out there. Yep. So before things can get going, of course... No, I'm not going to say that. That's just rude. Right, so we'll get this car stripped. Everything. So running gear, what's left of the engine, which is nothing. All the body panels, windows, everything off, bare shell, and we'll go from there. So I will be back when I've done that. Righty ho ho. The car is stripped, I believe. Don't think I've missed anything, so we're just going to move the engine crane over to where it's supposed to go. At the same time, I'm going to walk over to my trusty battery charger. Now this is a very clever battery charger because, as you can probably tell, it's... Oh, is it? No, it's not. It's not plugged in anywhere. There's a cable running across there, which goes to, I don't know, my electrics obviously are a bit dodgy. Right, anyway, enough of that. There was only one body part to take out, and that was the window. I obviously did this one. Well, it's not obvious. Why do we say that? I keep saying the word obviously to things that aren't actually obvious. Yes, I took this off, or replaced this on the last video. If I took this out, it just takes that away. But if I take this side out, I suppose it's just the way the car was done, right? Yeah, it's a mod car. I just I guess it's just the way that they wanted to do it. Let's make it look like it's got a big hole in it. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. But that's 100% and this one isn't. So I guess that needs to stay off the car then. I don't have anything else that I can see. There's no... Oh, what happened here? Why has that gone all holy on me again? What's going on here then? Why has that gone like that? That's really weird. I mean, I did get this left fender without the bar across it. Oh, I know why. The wrong one's gone on. I've still got the old one. That's why. So, I think this is the one that needs to go on, the D. There we go. So the other one that I have, the fender that I have, which is also the left, that's the one I need to get rid of. Right, so let's yank the engine. Pull the engine. And we'll stick it on here. And yeah, as you can tell, not a lot to it. But let's get it stripped. So we're going to have to take off the camshaft. Sorry, the crankshaft and the camshaft. Camshaft has to come out. The crankshaft also, there's pistons in there as well, so they've got to come out, so let's do that. And I don't think there's much to it. So I am going to make you sit through this. Well, you can scrub forward, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. Done. So everything that can come off the car, let's just move this out of the way for now, shall we? Everything that can come off the car is off the car, I believe. Let me just see if I can click on this. It should all be clear. It is. Alright. First thing, as you know, is to go to the repair bench and fix everything that can be repaired for minimal cost. Let me see if I can do this a bit quicker. Alright, so now I have an inventory with quite a few greeny bits in now. So we've got to strip down, well, not strip down this, no point. I'm going to strip the wheels down. See if we can fix the rims. Probably not on these. No, I don't want to sell them. But I'm going to strip them all down. Maybe not. 33, but that's a combination of tyre and wheels. This one's not going to be saved. They're all the same size, which is 215 on the width, 70 on the profile, and 15-inch rims. I'm going to take that as being the correct size. I'm just going to sell everything. This that for sale sign's not going back on. I'm going to put an American license plate on this thing rather than Serbian. It's an American car, so you know, if I get a Serbian car in, we'll put a Serbian number plate on it. I wonder what this little icon is here. We have fixed the engine block, and he says, sounded like a pigeon. We did fix the crankshaft. Okay, let's get that on right now then. Let's go to, oops, I need to one more click. Let's go to part mount, and we'll get that on. Oh, who painted the orange back on? So it looks like it's V8 overhead valve C. Same with the conrods, look. The pistons and the conrods are different. I wonder if we should maybe just beef up the power on this a little bit. See, we've got, this is the thing, we've got engine options here. Right now we've got a V8 overhead valve Hemi producing 301. But the Hemi is here. Now, do I go for a V8 twin carb or two carb overhead valve supercharged? Or should I go for the V8 overhead valve 385? Well, if we go into the Shopee and go to engine, is it engine block? Yeah. Do I get all those choices? You see, where do I start? Can I start with a different V8? Like, there's the overhead valve. So if I want to do the 385, is there a 385 block? Where do I start? There's all these different types. These are Ford, these are Mercedes, these are not going to work. So there's B and C. So if I start with a different one and build it up, will it go in the car? I don't know. If I type in 385, I don't get anything. So this is, I'm not sure about this part. Clearly, I can choose different engines. But do I just choose a V8 overhead valve block? How do I build a 385? How do I build a mag? You know what I mean? How do I build a Windsor? I don't know. I really don't know. Car value's gone down to 5,900 now. Yeah, well, that's how much the body shell's worth, I suppose. I actually don't know. I really don't. How do you start doing like a different engine block? I'm just going to put V8 here. So these are all the V8 options. So here we go, V8 one carb. Yeah. If I buy, this is the one I have. If I buy the G, will it then tell me all the possibilities I can link onto that one? And if I build this engine, do I then get to install it into the car? What can you tell me about this? Nothing, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess what it means is if I find another engine block, let's say I found another car that has a V8, let me show you. On the list of options here, if I find another car that has a Windsor engine in it, whatever condition it's in, I can just take that out, put it into this car, and then suddenly I have a Windsor engine. I don't know how, like if I wanted to build any of these engines from stock, I don't know how to do it. I have to say, I don't know how to do it. So we're going to add some performance to this one, I think. Again, I'm not going to go too far because I don't really want another out-of-control car on the track. So we'll stick a couple of performance cams in there. And I am going to be true to my word this time. A couple of performance camshafts, spark plugs, ignition wires, that's it. No pistons, no performance pistons, no performance clutch, no performance gearbox. Just a couple of parts just to beef it up a little. That's it. Right, so I'm going to go shopping and get all the new parts that I have in my current inventory. And then we'll get back. We'll get back, and then we'll start building the car up. In fact, maybe I won't build the car up. I'll do the bodywork first. Should we do that now, maybe? What do I need? Well, I need a hood. I need everything, don't I? I need everything. Let's face it. What the hell is that thing? What on earth is that? Is that some kind of aerial antenna? Right, let's get the car built, because let's get the bodywork done, because yeah, we need to do it. If I go into the community cars body and we go to, can I type in Christine, because that is the name of the car? No. Okay, so Plymouth. Don't worry, I know it's Plymouth. Now there's Belvedere there, so that's no good. So Plymouth Fury. Right, so we're going to get, oh, please tell me you have another window. Just give me window body left that hasn't got that on it. Thank you. Left body window. Left body window, window body left. Does it make a difference? No, probably not. The tail lights, I'm not going to go for the Terminator eye kind of look. I'm just going to go for the normal. Where's those little winglets? Oh, they're already on there, look. Alright, so let's buy all the bits we can for the car and stick it on there. I think I pretty much need everything. I'm going to start from the bottom up. So we need a trunk. Now there are 2 of them, and I'm not sure what the difference is. So we're going to go with the standard one, and then I need a right tail light, a right mirror, right headlight, right body window. I need a rear window, a rear right fender D. I think I went without the writing. The other one was a B, so we're going to go with a B. Or was it a D? It might have been a D. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. I'll have to have a look now. Right, so let's have a look in my inventory, see what I came up with. So it was a D. Obviously it's got the petrol thing on there, but that's not the point. It's not going to affect anything. So yeah, we need to get the D, get rid of the B one. Let's have a look. Rear bumper A and B. Now, again, the difference is this thing, but I don't know what that's for. Is that for the license? I don't think so. I hope I'm buying all the right parts. I'm just sticking with the normal ones. Left tail lights. That's weird, because the left tail light isn't a Terminator eye, but this one is. Left mirror, left headlight, left body window. Then we've got 2 hoods. I don't see a actual difference. We're going to go with standard. Maybe one is paintable, one isn't. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know if there's some like the looks are different. Now we can choose 2 different fenders here. I'm going to go with the standard. And the door window. And we have a couple of options on doors. If I chose, no, it's not going to work that way. I was going to say if I chose D as a back wing, would I need to choose a D for a door? But there is no D for door. So we'll go with this one. Incorrect. I don't know what the difference between the fenders are. They're not visible, so we'd have to actually buy them to find out. Got a feeling I'm missing something here. So we've got different front ends. Okay, looking at All of these, again, they all look the same. That looks really weird. That looks different to the one I'm seeing on Christine. But it could be down to the bumper, actually. So the front bumper, as Christine has it, is this one, from what I can tell. So we'll get this one. The engine cover. And I think we're done. Let's see what the car looks like after we put it together. But before we can do that, we should fix the bodywork. So let's go and do that. Use and go. Jesus. That's fixed. Why does it look so crap? Why does the bodywork still look bad? Please don't tell me this is a permanent thing. Uh-oh, got the wrong rear window, did I? One looks tinted, one doesn't. Yeah. It looks like we do have some tints on there, but I'm not sure why that is. I wasn't really going for tints. Not doing the interior yet. As long as all the windows are kind of darkish, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Return to fender. So let's put that on, and we've got the antenna there. That's taken us out of assembly mode. I'm hoping when I spray the car that it's all going to go perfectly according to plan. See, now I'm really curious about how this car's going to look now, because this rear end, something's wrong there. Something's not right. Let me just so I don't understand why the body looks so. Is this actually a livery or something? Like, it just looks that way as a livery? It could just be that. But I obviously can't take it for spraying because I need to I need to do things to it first. Like, you know, put some wheels on. Oh, I see what the grill is now. It's an already crashed one, like from the movie. Oh, I see. You have the option to build a crashed Christine. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I want this one new. There's the... Oh, yeah. Check that out. Did I buy the B one? Damn. Oops. Didn't want to go in there. Sorry. Did I buy the B one? I did. What a plonker. Yeah, so you can actually build crashed Christine. Hence the dents and stuff, I suppose. That's bizarre. Now the for sale thing, is that something you see in the movie? Please tell me we're getting a good one going on. There we are. Oops. Yeah, I want to get the running gear back on now because I want to see if this bodywork fixes up on when we do the paint job. I'm hoping this what you're seeing here is just a color. You know what I mean? I'm hoping that's the case. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do now is go shopping, replace all the running gear, get some new wheels and all that stuff, and then I'll be back. Alright, my fellow hounds, we are ready to go. We have license plates on, Florida license plates, and Rick owns this car. Good old Rick. Yes. Now then, let's go to the inventory. You can see we bought all the parts. I've got the wheels. Now I know the wheels don't look... Yeah. I've already made them into chrome and I've already put them all together. It's the closest I could get, guys, to the car. Honestly, the rim choices were terrible and this is the best I could come up with. It's the closest that there was. What can I do? So we've got all the other parts. This is the first car that I've done for a long time that has drum brakes on the rear. But surprisingly, the front discs are ventilated ones. I would have just expected them to have been normal. I've got a camshaft here as well, performance, but I have the feeling that I'm going to have to put... Is it just the one camshaft on a V? I don't know why I always presumed it was going to be more than one. I guess not. Yep, I guess the one camshaft drives all of the 8 pistons. I was expecting a twin cam, but maybe not in those days, eh? Also got the clutch parts. I didn't buy performance. I've only got the camshaft is performance, the fuel pump is performance, and the exhaust, middle mufflers and rear mufflers are performance. That's all I've got so far. Probably going to get spark plugs and perhaps the alternator and then the distributor cables and the distributor top maybe or whatever. Yeah, definitely spark plugs and then the ignition cables. We'll see about anything after that. But I've got to get these caps on before I can do anything like that. But first, before we tackle the engine, I want to go back and definitely put all the running gear back on the car. So, I guess it's time for another time lapse. So, enjoy while I piece this car back together. See you in a bit. Alright, so all the running gear's on. We just need to put the wheels on now. Just going to double check my inventory to make sure that everything that's here... Oh dear, I have missed some stuff. As usual. Why is that? Okay. Alright guys, I've missed some things. Give me a second while I just put this on. I missed things front and back. I'm not surprised I missed that one. I tend to miss that one. But I forgot to put the leaf spring plates on, which was a little bit remiss of me. So just bear with me while I whiz through that. Let me just check I did it on the other side. I did. So what's left? Cover, radiator, fine. Piston, wheels. Good, right, okay. So I'm going to put the wheels on and let's get the car in the paint booth. I just want to check it out to see if I can paint over that patina. So again, apologies for the wheels. These were the best I could get. They are chrome and the reflection on them looks just horrible. Oh jeez. Man, that does not look right. And I probably should have gone with the larger tyre wall, looking at it now. Oh dear me. Sorry. I maybe should have stuck with what the car came with, eh? The car does have chrome wheels on it. The original car does have chrome wheels on it, so I don't know. But the chrome effect on these wheels is terrible. Look at that. Why isn't it just like nice and shiny instead of just this mottled effect? And I wanted to get the middles really to be smooth rather than have the bolts exposed, so that doesn't look right either. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's very much bordering on terrible. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. Christine Part 2, I don't know. While I've got the car down, I'm going to, whoops, I need to focus on that. I'm just going to put the brake servo back in, and I think also radiator. Might as well get that in. I haven't yet bought a fuel filter, so I can't put that in. The engine, I don't know why it's so low down there. Ignition coil B, yeah. Alright, so these are parts all need to be bought still. Let me see if I can move this to the paint shop. I just want to, I'm not going to go metallic or anything on this. If I have to go even flat red, I will. Oh God, please. Yes, this. Let's just, but I think it needs to be brighter. I know the car is blood red, but it's always brighter in here than it should be. And we can't go metallic and we can't go matte. Pearl, chameleon's no good, chrome is no good. It's going to have to be pearl, unfortunately. And I think we need to go a bit brighter. Maybe 70 on this one. Saturation, we can go all the way. Hue 1. Let's do that and hope when we get the car outside it's darker, which it will be. But also that the reflections on the paintwork don't look too bad. It is supposed to be a blood red, but I think it's supposed to be a blood red according to that picture that we looked at. But I'm hoping once we get it outside. Oh, I'm so glad that's all got fixed. I do need a steering wheel still. We'll get the right one for that. In fact, I might be able to order one from here. If I go to the interior shop, we know one thing. We know it has to be a white wheel. So the only one I know of is the steering wheel from the Mercedes, and I believe there is another one. That one there. Oh, that's it. Well, that's no good, is it? The only white wheels are Mercedes ones. Oh, dear me. You see, this is the problem. We don't have a proper wheel. And it has to be white. I'm going to have to take a Mercedes wheel. Mercedes. That's the pronunciation lesson for today. Mercedes. Oh, man. The choice is absolutely rubbish. Let me see if there's anything. I don't know, I keep coming out of the browser by escaping. Let's see if there's anything in the Community Cars body shop. Oh, you don't have a steering wheel, do you? Ah, This is so annoying. Body tuning, I don't think... Oh, maybe. Let's have a look. Let's just type Fury. Like hell. I think the body tuning shop here is for parts that come... let's have a look anyway. These are the parts that come from the DLC cars and not necessarily mod cars, but there's no steering wheels here. The only steering wheels available is in the interior shop, and these, well, as for the classic ones, I can't, in all good conscience, give it a white steering wheel that has a Mercedes symbol on it. This is the only other one, but that's going to have, is that a Chevrolet badge or something? That's not going to look right in the car. Again, another one with a Mercedes middle. Oh my god. You see the problem I'm up against? It was the same with the rims. There really just wasn't anything that suitable, and I can see now why this junk vehicle came without a steering wheel, because nobody had a clue what the hell to put on it. I suppose I could put this old classic Maserati wheel on, but again, or this one, the Typhoon. Just because it's not black and it's not wood, you know, it's a light, well, it is wood, it's just a light color. Why can't we paint these wheels? So we just go with the chain one finally. No, we won't. Let's go with this Typhoon one. It's the only one really that I can even stomach. Actually, that's not going to help. We need to be in interior disassemble and then interior assemble. Sorry, I couldn't give you the proper steering wheel. I so apologize for that. Christine's going to send me to hell in a handbasket for this one. What condition are we in now? Still 96 on the body. Okay, well, we'll figure that out. Once we get the engine in and stuff, we're good to go. Maybe you guys saw what the value was there. I didn't. The rims, well, they could be worse, I suppose. They could be worse. I wish there was a mode where I could go around the car without all the parts highlighting, like, you know. Let's get the car outside. We certainly need to move it back onto the lifter because we have to do the engine. So let's open that. Stand clear of the door. Oh yeah, I think we got the color. Oh, that's almost just about right. A couple of shades darker would have been good. But oh, actually, from this side, she looks okay. And that thing here where the polygons split open, you can't even really tell. Even the body panels lining up. You're not letting it go, are you, Rusty? So, yeah, it looks, wow, man, it's looking nice. It does look nice, I have to say. Yeah. It's a damn sight better than when it came in. You got to say that. So we have an engine to build, guys. So I suppose we'd better get on it. Now again, you can either sit through this with me, or I can just build it and say, there you go, it's done. Because I have to buy parts. You know, every time I install parts, I've got to buy another one. So it's shop, engine, shop, engine, shop, engine. What can we do? Well, I'll tell you what. Come through it with me. And if you guys want to skip it, then you can just scrub through until I'm finished, yeah? You know how to scrub through a video. So let's do part mount, and we want 1, 2, 3 crankshaft bearing caps, and we're also going to need, I'll just type in cap, so we need crankshaft bearing caps. So it was 3 of these, but also we're going to need rod caps as well. and there's 8 pistons, so we're going to need 8 of those. And distributor cap, I might be able to get performance one of those, so we can do that. But let's see if we can get this bottom end in and done so that we can put the the sump. Okay, that's what I call it, oil pan. But the sump, let's get the sump on. So let's get all the pistons in first. Just do it in somewhat of a methodical order. I wonder if when you do a mod car, you should be able to, you know, have the correct steering wheel on the car and then add that into the interior shop, right? I don't know how the modding works, but I don't know why they couldn't come up with the correct steering wheel on the car. Because the only white ones that are in there are from the classic Mercedes, you know, and you don't see white steering wheels anymore, do you? Oh, is it? Okay. Did they go out of fashion? Looks nice with a white interior though. But if you had a Bentley or a Rolls-Royce with a white interior, you're not expecting a white steering wheel anymore, are you? I'm not sure I even like the way dashboards and cars are going anyway now. They're very minimalist, especially with electric cars. They seem very minimalist looking, and it's all like, oh, here's a big screen and here's another big screen. This is your infotainment system, and the car comes with 27 cup holders because that's the most important thing in the world, apparently. What am I missing here? Another one. Rod cap. These need for cups in cars. Right, so we need a overhead valve C oil pan. Right, we can quickly nip out and buy one of those. I should have typed in overhead valve C, shouldn't I? But it shouldn't be too difficult to find. Comes in the same color, so that's nice. Oh no, I thought I was in mount mode. Always like to be in mounting mode. Ready to mount on command. There we go. Right, we have to back off and then go onto the engine stand and rotate it to the right. And now we can start building. Now, performance headers. Do I or don't I? Because as I said, I don't want to go too far with it. And performance headers give you a quite sizable performance increase. So probably not. So if what we're looking for is engine head B, overhead valve H, engine head A, overhead valve H. There probably isn't an H version performance anyway. I'll check. So if I just type in head and then V8 overhead valve H. Yeah, it's got them, look. That's 6%. So if I add 2, which we're going to need on a V8, that's 12% more power. And then we're going to be adding, yeah, it's a bit, I don't know, 12%. So 300 horsepower, 10% of that is 30. It's not going to be a massive amount. But look at the cost, 2,900. I'm going to go standard, guys. Oops, I keep flippity doing it. I'm going to go standard on this one. So engine head OHVH. Okay, so we want these, and it's color matching. Let's color match it Why not? Oh, flip. Yeah, I should have got an A and a B, shouldn't I? Have I at least got this one? Yeah. Damn. I needed a B, didn't I? What a flippity chip. And I think I'm going to need these as well, the engine covers, but I'm not going to just, you know, buy them until I know exactly the codes that we need. I'm going to lose money here. Right, let's get the other one on. Oh, I have to do a quick left click first to get it into part mount mode. Sometimes I don't click it enough. Now, I don't mind doing a performance intake, but I've got a feeling that the intake manifold is going to be orange as well. Intake manifold, H. Let's have a look. So, intake manifold, and I only want the V8 options, please. Yeah, it's going to be H. Okay, let's get the normal. Trust me on this, guys. I've just seen the way the intake header is on this one, and if you look, once we put it on, you'll notice it has 8 holes. We've got rooms here for 2 carbs. So, to compensate for the fact that I didn't go performance headers or intakes, we will be putting performance carbs on this. So, carburetor B, carburetor A for overhead valve H. If we can get performance versions of these, we'll stick them on right now. So carb V8 overhead valve. So we need an A and a B. There's AH, and we need BH. There you go. That's an extra 8%. Now, if you imagine if I'd put the heads on as well, that would have been 20% increase, and it all builds up. And as I said, I don't want to go too crazy on this. I don't mind a little bit of, you know, tinkering, but I want to keep this car relatively controllable. It's got 300 horsepower at the moment. See if we can get it up to maybe, you know, 400 or something like that. Now I am going to get performance exhaust manifolds. So let's get those now, because we're already wandering around the performance shop. So it's V8 overhead valve, and we want H, and we want 2 of these. This is going to give us a 10% increase. Jeez! These have got the largest increase of all the exhausts. 10%. Yeah. It all adds up. This is the thing. It all adds up, and then before you know it, you've got a car that you can't control with a keyboard. Which is a strange thing to say, but this game, unfortunately, only offers us the option of keyboard control. So we've got a performance camshaft. We have a performance carburetors, performance exhaust, all the way through, apart from the front exhaust parts, which are not, I couldn't get them. But middle mufflers, rear mufflers are performance. The manifold is performance. We're going to have performance plugs and wires, and the performance air filter. And that's probably going to be it, to be honest. That's probably going to be it. I don't think I need to go any further than that. So we need these parts: valve push rod F. And how many do we want of those? How many's on each one? So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's 8 valves, so I've got to need 8 push rods on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Yeah. You need. Yeah. There's 2 on each one. So yeah. Okay. 16 valve push rod Fs. And the spark plugs. I'll be back to this shop. So we need these, and we want 16 of those, and coil B, where are you? Ignition coil B. Again, I can probably get that performance, but I'm not going to. And the distributor, I think is the standard one. If it isn't, then my fault for buying the wrong part. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a distributor going on. And ignition coil B. Again, I think you can get that performance, but I didn't really want to do that. Got to get the oil filter. Should have remembered about that. But at least we can get these push rods in, plus the sparkers. So that means we can complete the inside of this cylinder head. I've got one more there. And there's another one on the outside which I missed. And performance spark plugs, which will give us a tiny 0.13 increase per plug. So just multiply 0.13 by 8. Comes to what? 10%-ish? I don't know. 10-12%. No, what am I talking about? 0.1. It's 0.1 times 8, isn't it? Yeah, so 0. Yeah, maybe 1.2, but whatever. Whatever. Just do 0.13 times 10 and then take 0.26 away from it. That's probably a quicker way to do it. So 1.3, yeah, about 1.1% all in all with the 8 plugs. If my maths is right. Oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? Why didn't I get that pop up on the other side? I clearly must have missed something then. You're not letting me get the sparkers in. I can't seem to... Oh, I can probably see it just there. So here now we have rocker arms V8H, but not here. What have I missed? There, another one. Okay, so rocker arms, 2 of those. Rocker around the clock. So, rocker arms. If you just type in H, I don't think you get them. No, you don't. You got D. Because the H is in overhead valve, it doesn't work that way. So I'll have 2 of these, please. Thank you very much. Yeah, I should have got the other distributor part, shouldn't I? Isn't it just called a rotor arm or something? Yeah. Alright, so we'll get that rotor arm in that I just bought. We'll put these on. Do the same on this side. Whoops. Now, ignition distributor cap. I think I can get that performance, but I'm not 100% sure. So, head cover B, head cover A. Okay, I've got some things in my head now. Head cover B, head cover A. Jeez. Head cover A. Head cover B. Oil filter has to be V8. And then we had The other thing was a distributor cap, which I'm not sure if I can get it from here. Yeah, you can. So that's this one, I believe. Oh, you could even get a performance rotor. Oh well, I didn't actually know that. Kind of seems a bit weird putting a performance cap on without the performance rotor, but still. It is what it is. And it was what it was. And it will be what it will be. See, it'd be nice to be able to take these head covers to the paint booth and paint these. But you can't. So, ignition wires H. What is this thing? Cam gear? Because it's really getting on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves now. Cam gear overhead valve. And ignition wires H and air filter base H. Da 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 da. Now, so we need these, and then we need cam gear V8 overhead valve, and air filter base. Where are you? Now there should be an air filter top as well for the H. So that'll be this one. And also in the performance section, I'll have an air fillet. Now I don't know which. Oh, it's got to be this one, right? Well, I'll buy it anyway on the off chance that I do have it right. So I'll get the air filter base on. Looks nice. Yes. Performance air filter and the cover. All right, very very cool. Get the wires on. And we've got the cam gear already, because we're going to have to start putting the belts on now. How's the engine looking? It's not too bad. Still need a fuel filter. Did I get that? I didn't. I think you can get those performance as well. I'm not sure, but I'm just going to leave it as it is. So fuel filter, timing chain F. And then I'm going to need a cover. See if I can preempt some of this. So fuel filter, timing chain, I think it's an F, right? And timing cover. Now it's going to be an orange one, I suspect, but this is the only orange one we have. So it might not be that one. It might just be a standard timing cover. So I suppose I can't risk it. It's probably going to be this one, because there's no specific H1 and nor is there any other orange one. So it's probably going to be this one, timing cover V8. But I'm not going to buy it just in case I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but I have been before. So we'll have to see. I was wrong. It's the C version. Timing cover V8 overhead valve C. Where's all the belts? Anyway. It is the orange one. Okay. Well, it had to be one or the other, I suppose. Right, let's see what happens when we get this screwed on. Because there's got to be other parts to go on, like water pump, That's all. That's got to go on, surely. There it is. So the water pump is a C, and the crankshaft pulley is standard. So water pump is a C, of course, and the water, and what was the other thing? Was it a crankshaft pulley? Oh, flip. Too much talking in between kind of puts you off. So actually it's kind of a good thing I waited. Arm B, Arm A, both C. Arm A, Arm B, C, and crankshaft pulley and water pump pulley. Did I get all the right bits? We'll soon find out. No, I had a feeling I had the water pump wrong, but never mind. So the water pump pulley is just that, nothing else. Power steering pump is an F, and then the alternator is an I6B. I'm not going to remember all that. My brain doesn't work that way. Hey, maybe it does. Who knows? Right, let's go into here. We need to sell this. I know I can store it, but whatever. Now then. Oh, don't forget. Oh, maybe I did buy it. Whatever. Don't forget to put the fuel filter on then. See, no performance alternator, just the standard. Now I'm going to need a serpentine belt B, and there's nothing on this one, so I'm going to need an A as well. So, and it's overhead valve C. So, into the shop, and it's SERP V8 overhead valve. So I need serpentine belt A and B. Right. So I'll put this one on first. And this one on next. And then I suspect we're getting to the fan, which is radiator fan B. And that might be it. So radiator fan B. This one. Is this the engine? That looks like it, guys. Alright, so let's get it on the car. Oh, I need to do the stand, don't I? So let's take the engine off the crate, or the Python, and then we'll move it to car lifter A. And we'll install the engine. God, it's small, isn't it? Jesus, there's a lot of space in there. Right, I'm just going to go to part mount mode to make sure that apart from the battery there's nothing else that needs to go on. Well, gearbox obviously, but gearbox and prop shaft, but I mean in the engine bay. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so while I'm here, before I get the car back up in the air to just put the final bits on, let's go and plonk the battery into place. There we go, lovely. Okay, Christine. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not being fooled here. Oh, I'm not going to buy it yet though. Yeah, the starter motor. In fact, let's have a look. I want to make sure that I get the right one, because there's two of them. The V8 one. I'm going to get the V8 one and just presume it's going to be that one. What's going on here? There we go. You're not catching me out. Not like you did last time. Shame on me, fool on you. Fool on me, shame on you. There you go, Mr. Bush. I've beaten your version. Oh, never mind. Right, I think that is probably everything. Step out from the car, check my inventory. I've got the engine cover to go on. Is that even a thing? Let's find out. Right click, assemble. Oh, shooting sugar tops. Oh, fake engine. I got it. The whole thing's a fake thing. What does that say? Right. Fake engine goes on top of... For God's sake. Why do I get the feeling then? I thought I'd ripped something out of the rear as well, but maybe not. Let's step back, step forward. Yeah, this. Oh, the rear bumper, okay. Yeah, the wheel kind of comes with it, which is a very strange thing. Can't even close the bonnet now, I need to get closer. Okay, the boot. Right, just going to check on the status here, because something's not right. Oh, damn. So bench moon leather 1 and the 2 clips. I almost forget the clips. Oh, guys. No. Right, go back here, click here. The clips, are they Bs or standards? They're Bs, right? Clip Bs, 2 clip Bs and 2 clip Bs and a bench moon leather 1. Right, let's get them. Okay, so clip B, we need 2 of those for the distributor. Always forget those. And then if we go to here, we need bench moon leather 1. Now let me see if I can dive in here. Yeah, there we go. And go to part mount. We're going to put a clip here. I always forget these damn little clip things, and the other one is just there. Alright, so yeah, the fake engine goes on. That's ridiculous. I've never seen anything quite like that, but fair enough. It does make the engine look amazing. No two ways about that. Don't ask. Alright, that puts the thing back down and the car's now over here. So if we get to assemble mode, right, so fake bench goes over, sorry, real bench goes over fake bench. Is that what we're looking at here? Looks like it, doesn't it? So how do I actually sit in the car? I've got to highlight the bench. Sorry about the steering wheel, Christine. Please don't send me to my death by killing me and engulfing my body in flames, or whatever you do. Be a nice car. Yeah. If the devil could whisper. Right. What do we have on the value of the car then? 83,500 with a restoration bonus of 16,000. Everything is now 100%. So there's only one more thing left to do, and that is to move the car to the dyno. I need to put the oil in the engine because it's something I always forget. Now then, at least the oil plug was easier to find. Glug glug, glug glug glug, glug 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 glug. Do not want to start the engine without the oil in. Certainly not, because then I'd have to start all over again from scratch. Okay, pop the engine cover on, which is all fake plastic, so it's all going to melt when the engine gets hot. I have to step back and back over. Now, but wait a minute, I just started the car up. Okay, why did it start the car here? I don't know. Alright, Christine, or should I call you Ricky now? I don't know. Or Rick. Rick's the owner. So guys, the dyno, the car is standard at 301 and 476 Newton meters. Sorry for those guys who prefer the pounds feet, but I'm kind of a metric kind of guy. Now don't kill the dyno guy. That's kind of where I wanted it. An extra 100 horsepower, 640 Newton meters, so that's pretty cool. And about a 35, 36, 37% gain. That's fine. That's it. I could have gone further. I reckon I could have easily pushed this to 500 horsepower. But I'm happy with this. I am certainly happy with this. All right, Christine. I mean, Emily. Christine's sister. Let's go to the speed track. I want to have a look and see how you manage. So it's kind of weird now because that bloody F1 Le Mans car that I did, the McLaren, made me 15 million. So to make 85, 90, like, 100,000 of this car, it doesn't really mean a lot anymore. You know what I mean? Right. How does the red look? Well, it's look at that metallic look about it, but she's looking sharp. She's looking very like a refreshed Christine. Oh dear. Right, what do you guys think the 0 to 60 is going to be? 0 to 100. 400 horsepower through the rear wheels, no traction control. I'm going to go with a 4.4. Wow. .4. What was that delay for? We'll give it another run just in case that delay messed up the timings or anything. 120 miles an hour I'm doing in my head. See, she's topping out there in 4th gear. Because in those days there was only very few gears on the car. Oops, sorry. I'm scared of this car for some reason. Let's do this again because this is going to be easier to control around the track though. There you go, 5 seconds. So it did have an impact. Woo! Mamma mia. There you go, 0 to 62, 0 to 62 miles an hour, 5.0 seconds. That's not bad. Now this seems like it might be fairly controllable around the track, so we might get a half decent time out of it. We're gonna have to see what happens. Come on. That means I've got 2 left in the car park now. Oh, damn, it's still over in the dyno thing. The sound of the feet. So if we go to the racetrack then, we might be able to do a bit better control or have a bit better control over this. We'll just have to see what happens. One minute 18 is the time to beat. I don't think it's going to do that. But if we keep it on track throughout the lap, it has a chance. That's a decent ready, but in this warmer temperature, and I mean color temperature as opposed to weather, you can see the car's got a slight orange tint to it, but that's just about the just about the tint that you see in this ambient lighting. All right, enough waffle. Let's go. See, I just coast through turn 1 and then try and get round. See, the steering is too sensitive, that's the problem. Even on a car like this where the traction is controllable, the steering is so sensitive. But then if I reduce the sensitivity, then counter steering might be a problem. You know, to bring the car back from wanting to go off the track. on, darling. Straight line, don't mess it up. See, it can't. It can't even go in a straight line, for God's sake. I can alter the settings. You know, the sensitivity settings. 122. So the steering sensitivity right now, I think it's down to around 60%. If I reduce it any further, then if the back end of the car starts to go and I want to counter steer it back quickly, I can't, because the sensitivity is going to be too low, you know? And this is the problem. It's just a problem throughout. But look at that, it's only 4 seconds off the fastest car we brought round here, which was a crazy fast car. You know, the McLaren F1 is just... It's not even... This Plymouth isn't even in the same league as the McLaren F1 in any shape, way or form. But yet there was a 4-second difference. That's what I mean. The times are just meaningless. Completely meaningless. I might want to have a quick visit to the abandoned airport. Do. Come on. See, this is the thing. You've got to open the door. You've got to click on the seat. And then go to... At least I think you do. There it is. Could barely see it. So the abandoned airport, which I think just gives us like a more of a sandboxy, free roam area. Well, we can just go a bit nuts. And doing it with those overpowered cars here, it wouldn't have been much point, because it would have just been smoke and wheel spins and donuts. You see, but I suppose this is a good place to test out the steering sensitivity. See, it's when I steer, it's going too far. And then when I want to counter steer to get it back, it's too difficult. It's a bit of handbrake there. So if we just run this down, turn, handbrake. Oh, handbrake's too much. Just slight handbrake. Should we do a brake test? There's a brake test without the handbrake. Let's try getting up to 180 and then doing a test with the handbrake. As soon as we hit 180, I'm going to blast the gearbox into a billion pieces. See, it tends to wander off to the side. And you don't really need to put a lot of steering input in for it to do that. I was going to say, Christine, go like hell. See, it's wandering now, look, and I'm not putting anything other than, you see, it's wandering off to the side, curving to the left, and I only had I had the steering on straight. Like I was only accelerating, I had no steering input on at all. And this is what's happening on the track, is you can be in a straight line, and something will make it veer off to the side and keep going. Like the steering doesn't recenter. So I'm only accelerating. Yeah, it is. It's kind of strange. The steering on the game is a bit weird. It'd be awesome to do it with a steering wheel and pedals. I think it would be fantastic to try it like that. But anyway, Christine has to be sold. She's off to Florida to meet her new owner, and I'm going to make another chunk of money. So this 100,000 now is just going to pay for the upgrade, or the restoration, I should say, of the next car by Christine. So we actually have an empty shop. Maybe time to do a little bit of cleaning up. So outside here in the garage we have the Ferrari 458 Liberty Walk, which I am now informed is a Japanese tuning company. So because I don't seem to know how to do the engine upgrades, they're going to have to stay with the engines that they have. Now, I love the 458, and it was my favorite Ferrari when it came out. I mean, obviously, the F40 is just iconic, the 250 GTO even more so, and now we have the Ferrari LaFerrari, which is, again, another amazing feat of engineering. But in terms of nice body shapes, the 458, I always loved it. And if I could have owned a Ferrari, it would have been this one. But then Ferrari brought out the 488, which was the successor to this one. And I think it was on Top Gear, the old guys, Clarkson and stuff. They did a drag race between the 458 and the 488. And the 488, which was using, I believe, the same engine as the 458, only a bit more tweaked, it left the 458 in the dust. And the 458 is not a slow car. So then I started falling in love with the 488. If I could own a Ferrari, that'd be a nice one. It's only like 180,000, 190,000 pounds. It's not expensive. So if anyone's feeling charitable, 488 GTB, Brusty's appeal. Should I start? What do you call it? What do you call those things? The crowdfunding things. What's it called? What's that thing that? Not is it GoFundMe? No, there's another website I'm thinking of. Anyway, yeah, I'll set up a GoFundMe thing for a 458. I'll end up with probably a model or something, Anyway, shut up about Ferrari 488s. It's just window shopping and I can't afford one. Let's do this one next, and then we'll maybe have a look at the Bond car next, or maybe have a look at another barn find or something, or a junkyard find. But right now, let's get the Ferrari into the shop. And it does look different to the standard 458, I have to say. The standard 458 does not have these rear left fenders. Now I am presuming that I can take these non-standard rear bumpers off and the rear fenders off. I suppose the front fender's going to have some overhangs as well, because look how the tire comes out, you see. So you need to have these extended wheel arches on, otherwise it's illegal. But I'm presuming you can not have them and just leave the car as a standard Ferrari 458 by just putting the standard bumpers on, the standard front wings on, and not including any wheel arches and stuff. So you can do it that way, or you can go with the Liberty Walk stuff. I want to have a look in the shop, though. It's going to be the mods car, I suppose, community cars. So if I go to 458, will it come up? Yeah. So, oh, steering wheels. Oh, thank God. Right, so we've got different hoods. I'll probably go with this one. Alright, so look, this is the standard front wing. It doesn't look like a front wing to me, but... And then this is probably the one with the Liberty Walk carbon fiber on it. Well, it looked carbon fiber to me. Probably isn't there. Now your normal 458 rear end, I think, is the triple, and then this would be the performance ones. So there's different choices. This is your standard tail light. That's obviously the smoked version. This is the non-LED version, I suppose. And then this one kind of looks cool. So maybe we'll go with the, quote, cool looking version on this one. So instead of the standard 458 front, we may go with something a little bit different, just to make it look like a bit of a tuner. It's not carbon fiber. Yeah, so we'll make it look a bit different, but we will, I think I am going to spray it in Ferrari red, Rosso Corsa. I still didn't look up what that other colour was. There's two Ferrari reds. There's the Rosso Corsa, and then there's another one which is kind of a more of a blood red, more of a deep red. If you follow Formula One, you'll know that Ferrari have used both colours. And there's one that looks a little bit kind of like a burgundy-ish as well. And as for the wheels, I quite like these. These really do suit the car. And I might be tempted to actually go against the grain on this one and use matte black on those. And I guess, well, no, these look treaded to me, but are they? Yeah, they are treaded. They're not slicks. Okay. Well, we better get this car over to the work area. I don't know how much engine is in this thing. Not too much by the looks of it. Yeah, there's quite a heap missing. And then we have whatever this is. I have no idea what this is. It's another V8 though. It is different to the one we've just done, obviously, because the one... Oh, look at the fuel tank. It's upright. I've never seen that done before, but okay, that works. As long as well, I say it works. Where's the fuel pump? At the bottom. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. So on this one then, 451 brake and 564 Newton meters. That was pretty much, I mean, we had more torque on the Christine car that we just did. So we're going to beef this one up a little, I think. Give it a bit more power. Again, not too much, just give it a little bit more, get it over the 500s, and this may be close to the 7s. I don't know how far I'll end up going, but look at the car value, and I bought it for just a tad over that, £20,000. I guarantee you this car's worth a lot more. It should be something around the... Well, originally the 458 was about 170,000, but with the Liberty Walk tuning, I don't know what that's going to add on to it. But I'm hoping we're looking at a £200,000 car here. And because I've always wanted it, it's going to get rusty number plates on. And I don't mean like it has now. I mean, it's going to get my name on the back. Yeah, so looking forward to doing the Ferrari. Definitely, definitely. Something from the Scuderia. And I think we're going to keep these wheels. I think I'm going to actually keep these rims. I like them. I like the deepness to them. Very nice. And I guarantee the rear wheels are going to be wider than the fronts. They have to be. Well, they are on the standard car. So, yeah. Right, I shall prepare a new set of overalls, clean my dirty rags up, and I will see you on the next one. Till then, bye for now.